Shalom Akim, your brother Raza Allah from GMSLondon camp. First and foremost, give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Ruach. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone, and blessings unto the hopeful let round the four winds. Another article here off the activistpost.com. Headline reads, Historic Judgment as India's nationwide biometric ID database ruled constitutional. So what does that mean, man? That they're in the final phase of Esau's New World Order, and their coming out party is that RFID chip, aka the mark of the beast system, man. And over here in India, they're saying it's constitutional, meaning it's mandated, man. It's been made mandatory over there. And they say they got a populace of 1 billion over there that are on that database system over there that they got, biometric ID database that they got over there in India, which is the tribe of Elam, or the people of Elam. And they're mandated, meaning it's mandatory for them to be on that system. And this is a thing that's going to translate worldwide, because all these other countries are basically trial and error for Esau's New World Order agenda. You know, that Orbis Unum, that one world government, that one world system, you know, one world order, man, a new world order. And yeah, Novus Ordo Seclorum, man, in the Latin. So now you got celebrities and more, celebrities and shills coming out over there in Americas, portraying it on video, actually taking the chip, as advocating it as something, the new fad, a new trend to follow. You had this rap artist Kid Boo Boo, portraying that on his video, and brothers uploaded it, cursing his ass out, and pushing that basically we're at the end of this thing, because now Esau's pushing his chips so hard that everything else, all the chips are falling into place. World War III is about to kick off. The economy is about to go into a damn sinkhole, and the monetary system is going to change through that, man. And that's why these devils are going to introduce this constitutional biometric ID database system, which is basically the mark of the beast, system, man, on the earth, and it's going to be worldwide, as I said, and as it says in the scriptures. It says, as the march toward a cashless and privacy-less society accelerates forward, it says a new high watermark has been reached. It says India's first introduced its concept for a nationwide biometric ID database more than 7 years ago. It says where they touted as a necessary social welfare program to assist the millions of India's unbanked, streamline welfare distribution and reduce corruption. It says, jump down and read all that. It says, this appears to be exactly the path the country is now on. It says that has more than 1 billion people that are signed up. So more than 1 billion people are signed up to that biometric ID database, and they're saying it's constitutional now, meaning you have to partake in it. Otherwise, you're not going to receive no welfare, no benefits, man, from the system, man, from your government. And that's how these devils are doing it, man. They come with a sly, cunning, ways, to get people tied into that system. The word system means a pit. So you get people caught in that snare, man. And that's how this devil works, man. He does it bit by bit. And basically, America's, the last place where they're gonna fully implement this basically the greatest worldly known place where they're gonna push this chip, man, wholeheartedly, man. That's why you got videos of guys putting the chip in their right hand or in their forehead, or maybe even in their bum cheeks, man. But they're advocating it hard over there in America, using their shields in the celeb world, whether from sports or music entertainment, to push the New World Order agenda, man. A bunch of shills, man, that work for the the oligarchs or the cabals of wickedness in over there in the Americas, man. Basically doing the bidding of the Rothschild family and the rest of them Jewish banking families, because they're the real kings of the earth right now. Because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and Esau, the so-called white man, is ruling, and he's lost, in his great decline. He's gonna, try his hardest to stay in power, man. But the Lord's utterly going to destroy this devil and push him out of that throne, kick him out of that throne seat, and put chains around his ass, and he's going to be in perpetual slavery for 1,000 years, and then he's going to be exterminated off the face of the earth. You know, him and his siblings, man. You know, and that's rightfully so, because this devil needs to go, man. You know, you got our people out there propagating this chip, like to say it's a new fad, it's something to be part of. You know, out with the old, in with the new, not knowing that the Most High is going to destroy their asses for taking that chip, man. That idiot kid Boo, he's just a walking dead specimen, man, and he doesn't even know it. You know. So it says India's top court. It says according to the new article in the Wall Street Journal, it says India's top court addressed the constitutionality of the program as well as deeper concerns about ongoing privacy violations. So this is what it's all about. It's about that ultimate control, ultimate autonomy from the so-called government, which really run by the Jewish banking families, as I said earlier. You know, so-called shadow governments, or the deep state, or whatever you want to call them, man. The 1%. You know, they're the ones that control everything behind the scenes, man. And they got all these different subgroups like the CFR, you know, and the different groups that they control the people through, you know, and they make them follow their ways through that media, man. You know, keep them people under their spell. And you got, as I said, you got guys like Kid Boo advocating that, man. You know, that's why he came out in the media pushing that damn RFID chip to make other jakes go off and fall under that spell of taking that chip. But the only ones that are not going to fall under that spell of witchcraft, you know, is the elect, the men of the Lord. No matter what comes their way, you know, no matter what kind of adversity, so like it comes their way, they're not going to take off that chip, man. They'll rather die, you know. And that's also written in the scriptures too. The men that were beheaded for this faith, man. It says the country's controversial Adhere program uses photos, fingers, and eye scans, as well as signed up more and has already signed up more than 1 billion people. Is sparked an intense global debate over how far a democracy should be able to go in the collecting of personal data of its citizens, and how the data can be used, shared, and protected. You know, you people are gonna find out you don't have no constitution, you don't have no that shit is really disannulled, man. You know, you ain't got no rights, man. You have to do what this government tells you to do, man. You ain't got the right to choose, or whatever they say you have over there. You're still slaves, man. You're slaves to this government, man. You're indigenous servants, as they say. So this devil's gonna force it down your throats, and the majority of the people on the earth, they're gonna take that shit, because they're going to be dependent on the government. They're going to be dependent on Pharaoh. The modern day Pharaoh is Esau, man. You know, they're going to take that chip when all hell breaks loose, man. When there's nowhere to turn, when all turmoil, and then a state of disparity, you know, can't feed their families for days on end, and all that, and they're only dependent on the, you know, FEMA and all that, FEMA camps, which are those concentration camps that are going to load you people in the middle of the night, and they're going to force you to take that chip, man. And the majority of the people are going to take that chip, you know, and it's going to be a global situation, man. It's not going to just be over there in the Americas. America's the main place, because they're going to receive the art of judgment as written in the scriptures, but it's going to be a global impact, man. You know, because the economy is going to crash globally, so they're going to need to introduce that new monetary system. And you had brother brought out an article of Lord Rothschild saying that 10/10/2018, which is the year of prophecy, which we're in the 1st of October now, he said that a new monetary system is basically going to be introduced. So it's out with the old, which is the cash, you know, coins and all that, FRN notes. That's going to be done away with, and in with the new, which is that RFID chip, which is the new system, new monetary system that they're going to introduce, the mark of the beast, you know. And that article just came out recently, you know. So we're in that time, man. And even they said, because you know, different times in the history when the economy crashed was basically in the months of October. So in that time, where anything can happen right now from here on out. All hell could just break loose at any day from now, you know, as well as World War III, because the tensions are, you know, to the point of no return. Well, they're getting to the point of no return now, you know. All the armaments, all the weaponries of these different countries are setting up, you know, through their different drills and all that. They're basically setting up to attack America, man, and vice versa, man. You know, constant drills with all these different nations, man. you know, global elite nations and all that. So, you know, anything can happen from here on out. Is waiting for some more false flags that they said is gonna more than likely happen from here on out anyway. So, you know, we're in that time, man. You know, but this is beautiful, man, because this means that this devil's he's through, and his kingdom definitely through, and he's gonna go into perpetual slavery very soon, man. You know, there's no stopping it. This is Isaiah 36 and I start from 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, you know, on Egypt, which represents what this the monetary system, or the you know, the control mechanism of this devil, through his basically his monetary system, man. People trust in the broken reed on Egypt, meaning they turn to this devil for the want of all things. And whatever he says goes, basically, and people are gonna follow it, man, because they need him, man. You know, they need his to use his financials and his monetary systems. They need that, man, to survive. It says, whereon if a man lean, it says it will go into his hand. And that represents the RFID chip. And the majority of the people on the earth, as I said, when all hell breaks loose, they're going to turn to this devil for the one for you know, for his comfort, you know, and he's going to comfort them with what, that the RFID chip, saying take this mark of the beast, and you know, all your problems will cease. So I said we'll go into his hand, and that's talking about the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. It says, and pierce it, and that's what they have to do. They want to, you know, maintain or, you know, continue in these this cesspit of wickedness, man. This cesspool called America, man. The American system, man. You know, it says so is Pharaoh, which represents Esau, because Esau is the modern day Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and Egypt represents what, a state of bondage, and it also represents America, man, because that's the place of bondage for the Israelites even unto this day. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are still in captivity under these devils, these modern day pharaohs, which is the so-called white man, even unto this day, man. And we're waiting for our deliverance from our Lord and Savior Yahushua. It says, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. That's what I was basically trying to say in a nutshell. They trust in Esau, they trust in his system, man. So they're going to do anything by any means to survive in that system when all hell and peril breaks loose. Even trusting in that broken reed, you know, which is the RFID chip. And you saw that by, you know, different celebrities of, you know, different people have done videos and put them on YouTube saying they've taken a chip, different Edomites and that. But you even got celebrities now like this idiot kid Boo Boo, you know, pushing the chip as well, advocating for Jake to take it because it's new and hip, you know, because they trust in who? Esau, the so-called white man, and then they're the father of the devil, man, like the Lord said, man, you know, you have a father of the devil, and the lust of him you shall do, you know. So there's going to be a lot of death and destruction to come for, you know, Jakes out here that take off that chip, man. 2/3 of you are going to get put out of your misery, man, by way of nuclear fire, you know. So Revelations 13 and, you know, 16, their brothers know these precepts. I'm just going to read it quickly. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. It says he causeth all. So this is a worldwide thing, you know. This is a worldwide thing, and it's going to come up across man, woman, and child, man. You know, you can see it, you got the database, the biometric database over there in Elam already, Elam land, India, you know, so-called India today. And they're forcing it upon the peoples, man. You have to accept it or you're going to be basically an outcast, man, an enemy combatant, you know. And they're getting people used to the idea of just basically accepting whatever Esau throws at them, and whatever system they throw at them, they have to accept it, man, if they want to eat. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And this idiot kid Boo got the chip in his right hand, if I'm not mistaken, and was laughing about it, you know, saying, yeah, this is the new phase and all this BS, man. You know, you niggas is crazy, man. You're doing that because you're complacent, because you niggas want to stay in America, man. You don't want to leave America. You don't see no way out of America, man. You know, the kingdom of heaven's far-fetched for you niggas, man. You can't fathom that you're going to rule over your oppressors because you've been ruled over for so long and beaten and trodden down for so long. You can't see no way out. You don't have faith that the Lord, our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, you know, a so-called black man out of the heavens will come down and deliver you, man. You don't have faith in that, man. You're a bunch of infidels, man. That's why you're trusting in this devil, you know, and put your trust in Pharaoh, which is Esau, you know, in Egypt, which is America, man, that place of bondage. So verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had that mark. And that's basically what it is. If you don't take part in that new system, you know, be one with the system, as they say, you know, then you won't be able to eat. You know, you won't be able to buy or sell. How are you going to survive? But the men of the Lord are going to survive off what? Faith. Because we have faith in our Lord and power that He's going to deliver us in these times, man. Times of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. You know, the Lord said He's going to deliver His men in the time of the hour of temptation. It's lucky, man. The men that kept His word to the end. You know, that endured unto the end. The same He said He's going to save. You know, it says, or the name of the beast. It says, a number of His name. So this is what's going to take place upon the earth, man. You know, we're in that time, man. And these devils are pushing it hard because they know that they ain't got a lot of time left. They see the signs in the heaven. They see the chariots, you know, flying in and out of the atmosphere, you know, and from the heaven, from the, you know, from the spiritual realm to our realm, the third dimension. You know, they see it on their satellites, man. So they know, and you know, the turmoil of all these different nations on the earth, you know, is brewing. The tensions are brewing to the point of no return now, man. So, you know, they know they ain't got a lot of time left. So that's why they're pushing this chip, and that new world order, you know, Orbis Unum, BS basically so hard, you know. But as I said, only the bemused herd, the confused sheep, the confused herd, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to take that system and take part of that system. The elect, the men of the Lord, even unto death, they're not going to partake in that, man. You know, they're going to have faith unto death, man. And that's it, man. So anyway, I'm going to close out. Give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rukakudash. And until next time, we say Shalom.